So guys, welcome back to another MTGO Modern League with me, Magix, and we are going to rerun our Bant Ctrl Deck. So stay tuned and let's go!
Push the goddamn button!
You heard what she said.
So last time we played this deck, we made a 5-0, and we were actually playing this for the first time, so let's see how this deck will fare in the second run, and we are already paired for the first match. You can find more to the deck in the first video, so make sure to check that out. And yeah, it's a fine opener, I think. So we will keep this. Would be even better on the play, but can't get it all. Our opponent mulligans. And seems like a discard deck. Stomping Ground, okay. Search for Tomorrow, so it's actually a Scapeshift deck of sorts. Would have been nice to deploy this Teferi on the play, because then the Search for Tomorrow fizzles, but on the play we are too slow for this. I need to find a counter for the Primeval Titan. Let's fetch out a basic island here and play the Opt, so if we find an Astrolabe, that's fine. Could force this, but I don't think that is correct. Still have to find Mana Leak, Deprive, or Cryptic Command. There's 5 cards in hand, let's see. Sacred Foundry, okay. Is this not a Valakut deck? Anamorphose. This is getting wild. What is this? Naya Storm or what have you? Blue mana. This is getting wild. Maybe an Uro? Teferi. Well... may have to force this here. Or play out my own Teferi and try to kill this, but it is very hard. Seems like he's digging for land drops, kind of. Could maybe be like an if an if miss it deck or something. Still looking for that counter spell. That's not it. What a weird deck. Search, Manamorphose, and a Teferi. What is this? Dwarven Mine. Wait, a 1/1 dwarf. Oh, it's this polymorph deck that tries to put Emrakul into play. I see. Yeah, so we have to pass this. They don't have any other creatures in play, and if this resolves, they flip over an Emrakul, so have to be careful about that. So Ashiok can't stop this. Got it. Search for tomorrow. Okay. Like I want to counter this. Okay, it's another token. Could be another of these. Yep, and it is. Don't know if the lands he gets are mattering. Well, he has only 3 mountains, so let's put the forest back on top. Let's draw this. Some pressure into play. Get the counter spell here. Found another path, not bad. This can be the second sanctuary if we need it. Note how we cast 2 Path to Exiles without ever getting a white mana thanks to this Astrolabe. Now 2 more turns. Okay, don't have to fetch here. Found the second force. This should lock it up actually. It's 2 unknowns, maybe he has the Emrakul in hand or something. Through the breach. Yeah, this could be an Emrakul, so just counter it here. So he doesn't know about these 2 cards. Don't want to tap out here. Found a Spell Snare, okay. I think we have won this, but yep. Okay, so well, Ashiok is nice to prevent him from searching. Don't think that's particularly the name of the game here. We have to stop Time Raveler mainly. Might have some counter spells. What do we cut here? I like these. The Spell Snare. This is awkward, I guess. There was no target whatsoever. I like the Veto. I like our Time Ravelers. I like the Forces for sure. Actually, Disdainful Stroke seems kind of nice. Don't think we need the Supreme Verdicts. Teferi is probably better than Jace because can't risk to tap out that much. Actually, Aether Gust is also nice to catch his spells. Though he will redraw it, but it can be a removal for the tokens, I guess. So do we want this surgical extraction even? Maybe. Mainly play a draw-go game and hope to prevent the Time Ravelers. I think they play 4 of those. This can prevent Veil of Summer. Uro as a clock, but I think resolving a Planeswalker down the line is good enough. Or locking him out with a lot of counter spells, actually. Well, this hand is missing another blue source, but we have the Field of Ruin and the fetch land and an opt, so I guess with the path we can keep. Still have to take care about Time Raveler, of course. Maybe on the play it's fine to bring in an Ashiok to deal with these Search for Tomorrows. Now we don't have the mana issues anymore. Yeah, we found a force for the Teferi, and a second force even, not bad. Strip the turn back, he goes to 4 mana. So you could have Teferi and Whale of Summer, I guess, which is scary. He needs a lot of red sources. He's also blue. Okay. You can make your land drop here. No white mana yet. This could be the white one. He plays nothing again. Okay. Let's grab a basic island here. Get down one of these Coatls. On the Cryptic, okay. Now this actually has to get a white source, unfortunately. Or we can snap opt. Or hardcast force and still pitch something to force. Oh, a lot of option with this hand. Yeah, sure. Comes the dwarf. Okay, actually want to path here. So let's get rid of his Steam Vents, I guess. So he doesn't have blue mana anymore. He has Whale of Summer, we can still fight about it with the Force. Gets a little bit more mana, it's not the end of the world. Okay, now we need one more blue source. Didn't find it. Think we can opt here and try to hit the next land drop. Well, at least it's a land drop, so we take this for now, ship the turn back. Still path and forces up. He's thinking quite a lot, not sure about what. 3 more cards. Here comes another dwarf. Bring it. 2 dwarves, okay. I see. I don't think we need the Coatl here. Snapcaster's a little bit nicer with Opt in the bin. Here. That is also fine. Yep. Let's cash this in for a draw. This is a sorcery, so yeah, found even a Deprive. That's nice. Found the Sanctuary for the Cryptic Lock. We will not die anytime soon, I guess. Farseek, sure. Do we have a Valakut or something? Nope, okay. So 1 unknown in hand. It's most likely an Emrakul or something. Yep, let's draw the Cryptic. It doesn't have another Whale of Summer here. Cryptic should be good. We still have Deprive and Disdainful Stroke. Wow, and even a Dovin's Veto and an Uro. Yeah, let's try this. Maybe it can ramp us a little bit. Fortunately not. We are missing land drops right now. Could have a Through the Breach and Emrakul in hand. Then he gets us if he draws another one from the top. I'm not sure how likely that is. Okay. Only land drops. Well, I also want land drops, kind of. There it is. And ship the turn back. Return draw. Actually like a force as insurance. can draw the Force here. Next turn we can try to play a Teferi. Can also try to do it now, since we have the Force now. Perfect. I don't have to bounce this right away, since I can't replay it anyway, so let's keep the Teferi at 5. He can't do anything here, he can only play once at a time. We have Force with all these counters up, he can't use Veil of Summer anymore, so I think that's fine. It's nice. Now we can play the Sanctuary back, Deprive back on top, bounce the Astrolabe, play the Astrolabe, we have drawn the Deprive again. Just ship the turn back. There's nothing I fear really here. Unless he has like a Carnage Tyrant or something really crazy. Even then we have an Uro in the bin. Yeah, now I will definitely play the Uro. Don't need this, and this, and probably not the Opt. And let's ship the turn back. We have our finisher. He has gathered a lot of cards, but he has no creatures in play. We have Dovin's Veto, we have Deprive, we have Force to pitch to Mystical Dispute, I guess. Well, he did nothing. Let's attack. Gain 3, draw a card. We can shock this in safely. I think he's dead. Grind it out. I don't think he can fight through this. But we'll see. Yep. Nice one. A little bit like Neo Brand, but with forces you are really good against them. We even prevented Veil of Summer with the second force, and since he didn't resolve a quick Time Raveler, it gets kind of easy, especially post board where you have so much counter spells against them. So next game, good start in the league. Doomswitch is 15-0 with this deck. We are 6-0, so let's see if we can catch up. Hopefully trying to dodge Dredge and the very, very aggressive matchups. Here we have the Astrolabe and turn 2 Mana Leak and Path. We are again on the draw. Just a shame, but well, City of Brass could be at North. It was in the finals of the last challenge, and they have not only 2 Sword Seizes in the sideboard, but also 4 Veil of Summer, which is ridiculously a lot. Luckily, Time Raveler is really good against them. Here it's at North. It's a scary deck. Don't know how good this matchup will be. Without Time Raveler in play, they have these 0 mana counterspells, of course. So it gets really scary. I kind of want to hold off, open the mana leak, but need the next land drop desperately, so... well, this is not the land drop I wanted. It's very bad. Teferi also stops Suspend, so there's a lot to say about this card. Goes the Unlive, which I wanted to mana leak, but we can't, and I don't think we can ever tap out for Jace anytime soon, so let's fight about their enablers. Thing is that mana leak will be really weak against these Lotus Blooms, so it's Arcward. Was a nice land drop, so next turn he could play Atnos and Angel's Grace in one turn. So I kind of have to hold open my counter spells. So maybe I should have pitched the Uro, but... oh. Here comes the Lotus Bloom. It's double black. Go in here. Now, how likely is it that between 3 cards he has Angel's Grace and Atmos? That is the question. Plays another Serum Visions. What did he do with the first one? There was a card, 1 top, 1 bottom. It was probably the Unlive. Okay. Let's check the game log. 2 on the bottom. Seems like he is digging for his combo. So I actually like putting my shields down here. Getting good mana. If he has it, he has it. No, he can't, unless he has a Spirit Guide too. Don't know if that is the case. I don't think we need the pass anytime soon, so let's enable the 3rd island for the... yeah, you know what I mean. Sanctuaries from the top. Cryptic is not the greatest here. It's so clunky in the counter wars unless we have a lot of mana. They can never tap out, or else we risk dying. And if he has a pact, he has a pact. I need more land drops. Perfect. Now he has another Lotus Bloom, so Mana Leak is officially that card now. The Temple. One on top, that's scary. The thing is that we don't do anything here. Still need more mana. That is also not good. Sitting here doing nothing is really bad. Needs Time Raveler. Then he will surely trying to go off. At instant speed, so let's grab the force back. It feels better. So we then can at least try to play in his turn. fetching either of these clunky spells. I also want to kind of cash in the Cryptic Command. So he has 6 more mana here. Pact of Negation. Oh. And let's see how many pacts he has. One pact is gone. Thing is, if we let North resolve, he can fill his hand with most of his combo. This way he may draw more lands. Still have one force up. If he has a second pact and Angel's Grace and at North, I guess he wins. Still searching for that Time Raveler. The Sanctuary to get one of these back on top. Yep. 4 unknowns. So let's get back the Deprive for now. Yes. This ramps us a little bit. This gives us back the Deprive. And another land drop. Question is always how many counter spells does he have, because they are only running Pact of Negation in their main deck. Now let's pick up the Cryptic Command. So we have Cryptic Deprive and Mana Leak. If we play the Uro out, we get our clock going, but still not enough, I think. Still looking for the Time Raveler. So be patiently here. Or more forces, it's also good. With Time Raveler he can't go off an hour turn, and then Force is always live. Let's fetch first. Get our first white source in this game, actually. Archmage Charm is also good. So take the Cryptic back on top. Drawing more stuff. More hard counters. We have 3 now. He needs a lot of Adnos to break through this. He has to discard soon. I like how Astrolabe makes the mana base nearly perfect. Okay, here he goes. Phyrexian Unlife. Kind of feel like this is a bait, because he probably has Angel's Graces in hand. And we can kind of always bounce it back to hand and then he loses, but this makes his Spoil of the Vault kill a little bit more likely. So I kind of like depriving here. We get Deprive back anyways. This is another unlife. Sure. Now Mana Leak can become good again. Draw Cryptic next turn. We still have the Force here. There's no more white mana. Here comes the Oracle, which is fine right now. If he tries to use Spoils of the Vault, it's not good enough. So he can't go off now, so we have a window to resolve the hero here, which I actually like. So we put the Deprive back on top. Let's see, what does he do with the Oracle? I guess it's always the same, right? So let's ship the turn back. So this is our winning line. Let's hope that it's good enough. He has 5 cards, 1 white source now. He can attack the Teferi, I don't care. It's mainly there to draw us more gas, more forces, more land drops. What have you? This also allows for a cheap Uro. Still looking for the Time Raveler. There it is. So this will force him to do something. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Fortunately, I need a little bit more time for this. Need to hold these counter spells open as much as I can. So I guess we wait one more turn. One more turn it is. I think he feels safe, but once we deploy this Time Raveler, he is forced to do something. Mana Leak is live again, so let's draw here first. Can shock this in safely, and let's do this. He has... wow, he didn't fight about this. Well, this is great. So now I feel really safe, and next turn we can play the Uro out. No big deal. So he can now never fight about Adnos, and this is the only card we really have to counter. Yeah, and he concedes. Okay, so now comes the hard part. I know that they bring kind of like 4 Whale of Summer in, so again we are relying hard on this Teferi. I like Surgical, but it's not a game winner anymore, because they have the Spoils of the Vault Tassa's Oracle kill. I'm not a fan of Spell Snare in this matchup. It can only catch Pented Prism. It can catch the Oracle, actually. Maybe that's a reason to keep it in now. I think Uro is too clunky. Teferi and Jace are okay in the later stages, but they are definitely awkward in the beginning. Dispute can't counter Whale, nor can it counter Adnos and Whale of Summer or Swordseize or what have you, so I guess this goes out. He doesn't have green or blue spells. Maybe Whale of Summer is still okay to protect our counter spells from his Force of Negations and protect us from Swordseizes, so maybe Whale of Summer is still good enough. I still think that Uro is too slow. This is not what the matchup is about. Stroke can counter Adnos. This does nothing. Yeah, I think this is good enough. Maybe even doing it like this. we'll win eventually. If we have like 10 land drops and a Teferi in play and then play a Jace or something, that's good enough to win. Okay, we have 2 cantrips, the Spell Snare in case he has a Pented Prism. He can maybe hold this open turn 1. Just in case. Can Astrolabe next turn 2. Okay, there's nothing. So let's get our breeding pool. Perfect, we have all the mana. And found a Surgical. Oh. Okay, so we can force the enchantment here. Actually like that, getting rid of it for the Spell Snare here. Can shock this in. Playing draw go here. And we found the Time Raveler. Unless he has a Spirit Guide, I think we are fine doing this. Oh, okay, it's resolved even. Let's try to find the Force. Mystic Sanctuary gets us back the Force. Unfortunately, can't directly draw into it. Do you have a Atnos, Angel's Grace, Spirit Guide? That's what you need right now. Oracle, sure. Oracle can't kill Teferi, and now it does its job. Now we can safely Cryptic into Force in case we need it. And we have good counter spells open, so I feel like ahead. Don't care about this attack for 1. Now I want more land drops, to be honest. Another Oracle. Well, we can counter draw this. That's fine. Now we found the Force. Let's opt for the land drop. Perfect. Ship the turn back. Doing good, doing good. Taking a sip from my coffee here. Time Raveler. In matchups where he is great, he is so great that you kind of want to get him banned, I guess, but it's the name of the game. Let's see what he does here. Nope. Draws a card. Top. Yeah, but it doesn't really matter. Oh, we can force him to shuffle here. Don't think we need the Surgical anymore. This gives us some more information. Let's take out the Oracles. Can't react. We get information about his hand. He loses his Scries. Yep, so Whale of Summer and Pact are dead cards, because he can never really cycle them. Atnos does nothing without Angel's Grace or the Phyrexian Unlife, and Spirit Guide, well, he can't even cast it. So he had the Pented Prism in his deck. Does he have any other way to win? And I don't think that is the case anymore, and you can see they have a lot of Whale of Summers and Swordseize and stuff, but... So, Atnos, Spirit Guide, Whale of Summer, Pact. Well, Pact doesn't do anything. Let's draw 2. On the snap, perfect. Uptick here. Didn't check, yeah, but he has a basic planes. We know it from the first game. So, okay, he found a temple. Put 1 on top, so we will use the Field of Ruin. Didn't even attack anymore. Snap Archmage's Charm. Draw 2. Okay, got a lot of land drops here. And we can ship the turn back. No need to attack here yet. Need to do anything. This can put the Cryptic back on top. Then we can draw into it with the Coatl. Bounce this, draw more cards. Don't think he can break this anymore. Not even with Thoughtseize or stuff. Okay. Mystic Sanctuary, puts Cryptic back on top. Yes. Draw into it. Like this. Get rid of this. I have so many counter spells up now. Do this. This. Attack for 3 and finally get our clock going here. Let's attack his white sources. Get the lands out of our deck. Return draw. Untap. The Cryptic back on top. Yeah, and he concedes. Can never come out of this. Okay. 7-0. 4-0 start in this league. Let's hopefully continue this run. If you don't find the Time Raveler there, it gets kind of dicey because, right, you could see Whale of Summer, Pact of Negation. If he has the... Well, I guess his bottleneck this game was the mana, actually. He couldn't use the Whale of Summer without the Lotus Bloom. Which is kind of sketchy. Maybe they need the Pentaprism after all. Not sure. We played this player yesterday. I think it was a Junt player. So, if it's Junt, let's grind. If he plays something else, we will see. Well, this is not a great hand against Junt. given that he plays Junt, we don't know it, of course, so, well. Let's hope to find something. We have the land drops at least. He takes a mulligan. Here it is Junt. Here comes the discard. So we lose the Teferi of Force. Maybe he has a turn too confident. That would be annoying. Let's hopefully not draw a fixed land drop here. But it's a nice Uro hand, so if we draw Uro we can ramp ahead. Takes the Teferi, so yeah, I mean, Force is not good right now. Yeah, well, Ice-Fang Coatl not. Could be a Ren in 6 here. We have to force, which is annoying, but what can you do? Tarmogoyf is fine. We have the Coatl for it, hopefully. On the other force, okay. Three others, right? Yeah, so we need another snow basic. We'll take 3 here. Then we fetch out the Coatl anyways. Trying to protect it. Maybe we can ambush this next turn. It is kind of greedy, but also found the Deprive. This will be our white source, and this can be Sanctuary. Now let's try to get this Tarmogoyf. Snow-covered forest. Let's see, how many removal do you have? The answer is all the removal, eh? Okay. So we go to 9 here. No path to exile yet. We are under a quick clock. And I need to find a removal here or time Raveler or something, but I only draw more lands. Arcward, Arcward, Arcward. Started with 5 lands, drew too much other lands. Still need a path to exile right now. Or another Coatl maybe. Or an Uro. Oh. Could be Bloodbraid here now. We are still looking for this path to exile. Wow. Well, at least we can get rid of the Tarmogoyf, but 8 land drops is too much. Yep, here comes the Raska. Hero of Dominaria, maybe? Okay. Killed the Astrolabe, no big deal. We have the mana anyways. Fetching is dangerous, of course. Wow, he's going deep. We don't have anything to contest this. Maybe a Cryptic Command. Or you draw more lands. Exactly! This gets me kind of salty right now. Shouldn't have kept this 5-lander. It was really awkward. Now he grinds ahead. Yep, she sacks the forest now. Or this land, okay. Comes another Tarmogoyf. Still need to get rid of the Raska. You are dead to a lot. And he draws a lot of stuff. Still 3 lands in hand. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 land drops. Yeah, this is most likely it. Now let's try to not draw that many lands, and maybe don't start with 5 in hand. I'm not a fan of Force, like all the rest. One more cut, maybe an Astrolabe. Nah, that can't be right, it's too good. It's too good. Aether Gust can take care of Raska. It's not the worst. Can't catch Liliana off the Veil. Just the main upside for Mana Leak, I guess, but also not a Dark Confidant. That's about it. Oh, one more cut. What don't we need? Like all of this stuff actually. So maybe one Supreme Verdict. It's only good if he goes white with the Bloodbraid Elves. I think one is fine enough. Still have Coatl and Snap to do the dirty work. I like Deprive lock. But I think the removal is a little bit more valuable. Especially against Ren and 6 and stuff. Here, this is a breeding pool into hopefully another land drop hand. Stop your turn 1 discard with Veil of Summer. To get ahead, maybe. So Veil of Summer opt hopefully draws us into the 3rd land drop. And Field of Ruin can get a white source, and then we work towards Cryptic and Jace. It's at least a good game plan. Yep, Thanks and no. Stay out of my hand, my friend. Let's try to find a fetchland or snow basic here. Well, this is not the snow basic we wanted, but it can catch a 2-drop. So I'm shocking in for more damage. This can get the snow basic for the Astrolabe then. He didn't do anything. Okay. Well, too bad we can't stick the Time Raveler right now, but maybe next turn. Okay. Okay, so we pitch this Spell Snare here, I guess. Use for you right now anymore. Which is second Liliana, okay. We have still the Purge and can play a Time Raveler to kind of protect against a Bloodbraid Elf. Because then he gets no value out of it. If he decays this, okay. Then he lost his next turn. We still have Purge for Liliana. If we go into top deck mode, hopefully the Jace is good. Land drop. Well, that was not the land drop we wanted. Let's stick the Time Raveler. That makes his next play kind of awkward. Here comes the Ren in 6, but we have double Purge, so hopefully that's good. Okay. So now I actually want both Purges. I have to find another land drop now. Hopefully a fetch land. Yeah, this was perfect. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of you. We could play a Bloodbraid Elf, but I think Teferi did its job. Can play Jace next turn, hopefully. Okay, we still have the Aether Gust for this. Okay, command exiled, not bad. More land drops here. This is a land drop. Then we hide the Aether Gust on top, I think. So that we can deal with the Chandra. Let's hopefully not lose everything here to Bloodbraid Elf and Bolts. Yep, double red is scary. Confident is not the end. Bloodbraid. Yes, to kill the Jace most likely. Okay. We will kill this with the Aether Gust in his upkeep. Play the Ice-Fang Coatl to block this. And I think we pass this right now. Stick the Teferi around. Can't prevent the Ice-Fang Coatl block. Teferi prevents future Bloodbraid Elf value. Can then draw another card by sticking around. We can hopefully untap with Cryptic soon. Can shuffle this away if he puts it on top. But now he will draw it. I should have done this draw step kind of, but yeah, well, it will waste his turn mostly. He attacks me. Let's see what we are drawing here. Archmage Shamia, of course. Don't really like blocking here. If you go to 8, with the Chandra we go to 6. Yeah, I think I don't block this now. Maybe I should have waited with the Aether Gust one more turn. Did he find Tarmogoyf? Wow. No, a Bloodstained Mire, never mind. So, okay, we found the Snap to deal with this. Snap can block the Bloodbraid Elf. Is it awkward to bounce this now? If he draws a bolt, it is. So, stick this around for one more turn. This way we can bounce the Snapcaster Mage maybe next turn to get a path. So top deck mode, still need the third island. Good, have a removal for this. I think I'm willing to trade this. Fairy did its job. Yeah, definitely. Turning this. Ship the turn. Master of the Fells. This is a card where you want the Supreme Verdict, actually. Oh, you can have Inquisition, that's fine. Probably takes the snap here. But if I can now untap, that's really great, so... I think we are ahead, definitely. Trying to find an Uro now. Don't need the second Jace right now. The second Teferi, I mean. Shift the turn back. The next fetch land is probably GG. Actually, never mind, you can have it. We can bounce it back. What the heck? Just play this damn Ice-Fang. Yeah, I should concede. We are even ahead on clock, so... like this Tarmogoyf will do anything here, so... Okay, I mean Supreme Verdict is nice in case he goes Huntmaster and has Bloodbraid Elf and stuff like that. Then it's good, but... what do you cut for is the question. I mean, he has a lot of grind cards. That's for sure. Huntmaster, Vraska, Renan 6, Liliana of the Veil. That's a lot of stuff. Chandra Torch of Defiant even. Still like the Aether Gust against all this Planeswalker nonsense. Still like Red of Summer, still like Astrolabe. Uro would have been great this game. It gains you also the life to get back into the game. But maybe you don't need 3. Maybe 2 is enough. Because you don't want to draw too many of them. That's kind of awkward. Maybe Supreme Verdict is good enough to clear the board after he goes maybe like Bloodbraid Elf into Tarmogoyf or something. Get your 1-for-1. Maybe clean up a Huntmaster with this. Yeah, let's try this. Now Whale of Summer can't protect us from the turn 1 discard. Again, this 5-land hand, but we have 2 cantrips. And Ice-Fang Coatl is good in the matchup. Some snow basics. This can be a Temple Garden. Has taken a mulligan to 5. That's unfortunate for him. So probably takes the snake. We have then opt on turn 1. Yep. I mean, a Dark Confident can catch him back up into this game, but... wow, now we found the Whale of Summer. So do we need the opt? I think we can wait one more turn. So let's keep Whale of Summer up in case he has a discard heavy hand. Can't prevent a Renan 6 here, but he can't cast it yet. Could be a Tarmogoyf. Dark Confident. Oh, this is awkward. Now we have to rip a removal spell here. That's not it. So 2 more looks. That's not it. That is it for the next turn. So, okay. Catch back up 1 card. And it's even a land drop. It's good for you. Okay, we go to 17. Comes Liliana. Yes. Kind of have to cycle this now, right? Do I? Maybe not. We can definitely discard this island. Or rather this fetch land, I guess. Yeah. So do we cycle this? I think it has some value. Yeah, let's cycle this. Found an Astrolabe, okay. And more islands. And we found the path. Okay. Now we have to deal with this Liliana, I guess. Okay, we can deal with you. Do you uptick? Okay, he does uptick. Now I guess it's bye-bye Field of Ruin. Found the snap to pressure the Liliana, which is good. So I will not play out the Astrolabe here, rather pitch it to Liliana. I mean, he can now replay the Dark Confidant. Yeah, we know that he has the Dark Confidant. So we have to draw another removal spell or a Jace, and we are good. It's our hand now. So he takes the Astrolabe, plays out his Confidant, and uses Liliana. Let's see, maybe Celestial Purge? Another snap. Yeah, so we can snap path, and that's also fine. Okay, so bye-bye Sanctuary. We are in top deck mode, but we have to Teferi and snap to protect it. Wow. Or you draw the path naturally. Sure. Sure. Oh, here. Maybe he downticks now. Oh, he upticks. Well, let's play the snap. Guess it doesn't matter. Now we need Field of Ruin, kind of. On the plains. The Mystic Sanctuary. Let's hope he doesn't rip a Bloodbraid here. Tarmogoyf is kind of fine. Yeah, it's fine. And he loses his Liliana now. So we have the pass for the Ravines. If he has a discard now, that's awkward, but not necessarily the end. He doesn't play anything. Oh, okay. Let's test the waters here. Oh, he doesn't activate. The K command, maybe? Nope, okay. Keep this back in case he has a Bloodbraid. This is awkward. Maybe I should have get the basic island. No, he ships in for 4. Next turn we have the Ice-Fang to maybe kill this during combat if he doesn't trip a removal spell. Maybe with a fetch land we can even draw into a path. Jace. Astrolabe. It's a redraw, and then we have double white now. And he found the Jace. Fortunately, we are 1 turn off. But then again, we could find another path. And we still have the snap to block this, so this is a way to win here. Yeah, and we found the path, so he needs a removal for the Jace. Activates this, that's also fine. Okay. Yeah, and now we untap with Jace and are good. Let's try to find an Uro now. Yeah. Sometimes you just do it. Blue, blue, green, green. Don't care about this Raging Ravine right now. Okay, if he has a Bloodbraid into removal and activates this... No, he can't in 1 turn. Oh, you can. Well, then it goes Taos, but... Legio Engineer, sure. Bye-bye Snap. Well, it's a good way to deal with the snakes, but now he has his own wizard, so... Who cares? Now we have Field of Ruin to deal with this. Draw more cards. Don't need this other Uro right now. But we can attack with our Uro. Get the trigger, put the second Field of Ruin. Play. I think we have locked this up. Let's see. Yep. So let's finally get the basic... Oh yeah, it's in the bin, never mind. Can't get the basic planes here. Renin 6, denied. And he concedes, so we are 8-0. I will make a quick break here. We'll use the gym still. It's still not late enough for it to close, and I want to get some reps in, and I will finish this league later on. So see you. For you it's only a second, right? So I will keep this video intact so that you can see the second run as a whole. But I will make a short break, going to the gym, eating a little bit, taking a shower, and probably be back around 11 PM. So yeah, stay tuned for the last two matches. So far this deck is tearing through the meta, but we also have some luck, so yeah, see you in a second. So guys, here we go for the last two matches of the second league with our Snow Control deck. We are searching for the next opponent right now, so let's put the deck list up. Put the Teferi back to his golden blue-white cards. The Ashioks don't have to be that far away from the rest of the deck, so they are not lonely again. Put the green stuff there, and yeah, that's the deck list right now. Don't even know what to change. What you could change, I was thinking about putting one Ashiok maybe in the main deck. Maybe you only really need 2 Uros. And the third one is kind of too much. You don't even need them to win the games, to be honest. So far, man, just have eaten. So far we are winning a lot of the games just with deploying Planeswalkers and grinding our opponent out with Mystic Sanctuaries, so I can see why the blue-white Stoneforge Mystic deck is so popular right now and successful. You literally have all the same cards. You cut Uro for the Stoneforges and I guess the Ice-Fang Coatl. You can keep it purely blue-white, and your mana then is pretty perfect. You have Stoneforge for Snapcasters, Spell Queller with the same Planeswalker setup, same removal package, and still a life gain plan with the better Skull, so... But anyways, I also like this deck. Astrolabe is kind of nice. Gemstone Mine into Amulet. Do we force this here? I think actually, yes. Should take out a lot of his speed. We get the card back because we are on the draw. Doesn't matter that much. With the Astrolabe, our mana base is perfect, and hopefully we find the third land drop. Yeah. Yes. Okay, so more chances in the next turn. Without the Amulet, I think he should be a little bit slower. We can bounce the Dryad. Pujuka Bog is no big deal. It slows down the Uro a little bit, but I guess that's fine. And he has a really slow start. There's the Uro. Can play both of these. Let's Astrolabe first. Found the land drop anyways. Here, I guess do it like this right now. Place a Dryad, we can hopefully bounce it. Semi-Gross Chamber, okay. Tribe Scout is fine, we can bounce that. He is rather slow here. But we have to prevent the Primeval Titan. That is always the main concern. Now, we don't necessarily have to shock here because we have the Astrolabes, but I don't think it matters that much. Found the Mystic Sanctuary here. It's also good, saves us some pain. Slow him down further. Spell Snare is not the greatest. It's 4 mana now. Yeah, here comes the Dryad now. This is scary. It can kill the Teferi. So 3 cards. Can still have a Titan in hand. We found a Cryptic Command. So we can't tap out right now, unfortunately. mean, the Teferi has done its job. It's not like there's a lot going on that you want to bounce anyways, so yes, you can have it. It's fine. So he has Titan mana here. He does nothing. Let's draw 2. Let's get the Sanctuary, the Archmage Shroud back on top. We found even the Deprive lock, which is not bad. So I think we can Uro here, but can also keep up Archmage Charm and Deprive. Go to 10 here, but we gain some life back down the line. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 6 plus 1 extra. Explosives for 1. The Astrolabe is not that important right now. We have so much blue mana and the white is also okay. So yeah, sure. You can blow up the Astrolabes if that is all you want to do. Sure. Take 3 damage here. Actually, we'll cash in the Cryptic to bounce the Dryad back, I think. Okay, found an Ice-Fang Coatl, not bad. Land drop. Fortunately not, so I guess now it's time to cash in one of the Uros. Shift the turn back. He can Titan now, but he can only play 1 Titan, I guess. There is the Dryad again. Can put a land into play, play 1 from the hand, and still play the Titan, so I guess that's fine. There comes a Growth Chamber. So 3 unknowns. Bok to eat the Uro. That was to be expected, but nothing I can do there. Can do this a lot with the bounce lands and Bok, so quickly check. Played the Bok, and he played the Growth Chamber. So he has already made 2 land drops, and he can't cast a Titan now, so I think can trade this. We have also a way to deal with this. Try it again. Can pick it up. Okay. Eventually he will run out of stuff. We need some Field of Ruins in case he finds Field of the Dead. Still can't prevent this. So what do you have? 1 point you have to tap something. Can't let me sit here drawing cards all day long, can you? Don't even know what he will do with this engineered explosives. Oh, he can snack the other Uro, but that's fine, I guess. Shoot the turn back. Still have these Archmage Charm and Mystic Sanctuary. Two, three, green. Let's counter this too. Summoner's Pact. Yeah, you can play your first Titan, I guess. Then he has to tap 4 mana next turn. Comes the Titan. Let's fetch out the Sanctuary. Can pick this up. Yes. Counter this, pick this back up. So unless he finds Cavern of Soul, we can counter everything he does. There's a Field of Ruin, so this should stop. Field of the Dead. Yeah, he can still cast another Titan if he wants to, but we have this kind of lock going. He needs to bounce this to prevent the Uro next turn. Explosive is kind of useless. Yep, do this all over again. Don't let you out of this lock, my friend. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Here actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we even found a Hero of Dominaria here. I think we can play the Uro. Okay. So we have still Deprive up. I think we can fight through Field of the Dead now. We have Teferi bounce. 2 Titans are already in the bin. We have Deprive for the next one. I mean, I feel comfortable now. Yes, you've got the Astrolabes. This makes the Teferi bounce a little bit worse, but Here, can still bounce this one, I guess. No big deal. No other land in hand. You can have the amulet now. And nothing happens. Great. So let's attack. This land into play. You can block here. Don't care. Now even have Supreme Verdicts. Put this up for now. Put this up for now. Ship the turn back. Untap. Untap. Like this. Still have Deprive Sanctuary going. And he concedes. Great. Now we bring in Aether Gust, Disdainful Stroke. I'm not sure about Surgical actually. Don't like Spell Snare. Still like Supreme Verdict. Not a fan of 4 Path to Exiles. I think 2 are good enough. I mean, Tireless Tracker is a problem, but hopefully we can prevent this. Still like forced to fight against Veil of Summer and catch a pact maybe. Teferi is great, obviously. Maybe you only need 2 Uros. They are really a late game play, and then the Planeswalkers should be a little bit better. We cut a little bit around the edges. We don't. The main reason for Path to Exile is Tireless Tracker, in my opinion. That one is scary. That one is really scary. Supreme Verdict can catch a Field of the Dead, so that if we find Field of Ruin, we can come back into this game. Still like some of these. Mana Leak can get Arc Ward, but you need fast answers against the Titans. Maybe you don't need 3 Force of Negations, is this correct? I mean, Veil of Summer is a huge issue, and they can also have Mystical Dispute and stuff like that. Maybe you don't need all the Jaces. Maybe Teferi is not good enough, but it also prevents Veil of Summer, so I kind of like it. Maybe 2 Force is enough. Then maybe cut 1 Astrolabe. I mean, it's great to fix the mana. I like the Astrolabes. Maybe it's a Jace. Nah, that can't be right. Let's go like this. Jace is too good. Brainstorm is very nice to find more answers. This is unfortunately an awkward hand. If this was a snow mana, I might be inclined to keep this, but not the case. This is also not the greatest hand, but at least it has a counter, and the fairy can hopefully bounce a Dryad or something. Maybe we find an Astrolabe or a Coatl to bridge into this. Well, Deprive was an okay pickup, definitely. So far, I really like the Deprive into Mystic Sanctuary lock. It's a really great play. Don't fetch to increase the chance ever so slightly. Okay. Field of Ruin enables Teferi next turn. So this will be a Temple Garden most likely, but then we can't use Archmage Charm right away, so it is kind of awkward. Well, I guess it's a blue-white source for now. So if this is a Tireless Tracker, I think I will Deprive. Dryad. Okay, we can bounce a Dryad. This is scary. He has Dryad and 4 unknowns. But I don't think we can do much here. Okay, so he can have Titan next turn. Okay, 2 lands, 1 land, 1 Dryad, 2 unknowns. So I don't think I can Teferi here, to be honest. Because with the land drop he has 6 mana. So I guess we wait a little bit. That was not a good draw. This was a turn for the Ashiok, but we didn't find it, so he has all the land drops in the world now. Dominaria West, okay. 3 unknowns with the Dryad still in hand. Yeah, can't really interact with this right now. Now we will take some pain here, but I think I need my blue sources even if he has a Field of the Dead in hand. Can bounce this for a Pact, but I think Castle is a little bit more scary. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, he has 6 mana anyways, so I guess it doesn't matter. Let's go for the Dominaria West actually. Okay. Land drop. Rough. No land drop for us here. It's really not good. Yep, here comes the Titan. Can't really fight about this. If he has a Veil of Summer too. 6. If this is Veil of Summer, we are screwed because we don't have the Force right now. Yeah, and we are dead. Can't come back with the sand. It's too slow. We didn't hit the land drop, so I think Force has definitely some value. I think these finishers are good enough. It's mainly about controlling what he can resolve and what not, so I think that's fine. Let's try to start. Yeah, it's a fine hand. We want to find an Ashiok here. Or more blue sources. Tribe Scout is a good 1-drop. Don't need Cryptic right now, just okay. Yeah, this is fine, I guess. Okay. I was thinking about fetching onto Breeding Pool, but if he goes again for this Ancient Explosives line, we can have... okay, no Bounce Land there. Could still have a Bounce Land, Azusa, and Escalate here, but if he attacks now, that would be awkward. Indicates he's lacking land drops, actually. Okay, so we have Sanctuary for these counter spells. So we may need the Field of Ruin here, but I want to keep up Archmage's Charm. Now, if he has Cavernous Souls in hand, that can escalate here. What can you do? So 4 mana right now, or 3. Four, 5. Let's try to draw some cards, I guess. He counters this as one less counter for the upcoming war. Nope, he doesn't fight about this. Okay. Should turn back for now. Next land drop. Yep, goes the Archmage's Charm. Should turn back. Okay. So we can have Titan with counter backup now again. We have 2 strokes, so hopefully that's good enough. He attacks now. Okay. Can't really fight about that. He has a second one, sure. Doesn't counter this. We found the Deprive lock, wow. It's really great. And we found the Ashiok. Well, how many mystical disputes will he have? That is the question. I think we can't play this into 2 disputes yet and keep ourselves open to a Titan. I think we have to wait a little bit. Can trade the Ice-Fang with one of these, for sure. So we know that he has Buyuka Bog in hand, so 3 are unknown. Don't care about Valakut right now, and he doesn't attack, so I think we make just more land drops and wait a little bit more. On the second Sanctuary, it's kind of awkward. Need more counters. 1, 2, 3. Deprive. Yeah, we don't have enough yet. This is an awkward game. He's missing land drops, kind of. I mean, with the Tribe Scouts, he can always put those lands into play, of course, but need this in case he has a Field of the Dead. Is that true? I mean, he can put these fields into play with the Tribe Scouts, so it's kind of awkward. Still drawing more lands. Still Still really can't fight with the Ashiok. Teferi. Well, I guess it's soon time to cash in this Path to Exile. Okay. Jukaborg, 5 unknowns. If you play Ashiok now, have all these counters still available. He has 6 cards in hand, so 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2. I mean, he will most likely have Mystical Disputes, so we can pay 1, then still have 2 counters open. Jukaborg, 5 unknowns. Okay, he fetches now. And yeah, he gets this for free, of course. How many disputes are you willing to pay here? No one. Okay, then we ship the turn simply. Let's see if he has Beast Within, maybe? No, okay. Three mana. Is this a Dryad? Explosives for 3. I think this is worth countering for now. Because I don't fear a Titan with Ashiok in play. Okay, this worked out. He has Bojukaborg for the Deprive. That's okay. Ashiok can tank some hits of these Tribe Scouts, I suppose. We can trade once here. Yep. Okay. It's okay. Comes the Bojukaborg eating the Deprive. Don't really care. Teferi will draw us enough cards, I think. Other Tribe Scout, sure. And we found a Force of Negation. Okay. What a board state. Quite insane. Still hoping to have an answer against Field of the Dead. Reclamation Sage. Sure. This kills an Astrolabe, I guess. Yep. Maybe even Supreme Verdict is fine here. What is this doing? Target creature gains haste. Interesting. Yeah, okay. So we cash in one path to exile for the Rexage. Ashiok goes to 2. This is also good, so we draw the path to exile. Yes. Let's draw it. Let's draw here. Found the Supreme Verdict now. Okay, ship the turn back. We have the path for the Titan. Still enough blue mana up for all of this stuff. And Field of the Dead in case he has a Field of Ruin in case he had Field of the Dead. There it is. Get rid of this stuff immediately. Can deal with one zombie definitely. So he has 3 cards in hand. Okay. Yeah, I will fight for this Ashiok. He or she is the queen in this game. If he has a Titan, we can still deal with it with a Teferi, I guess. So 3 cards for you. Let's draw a card first. That's great. Ship the turn back. Don't care about Valakut right now unless he has a Dryad, but now we can counter also a Dryad. Well, at one point you have to do something, my friend. And he concedes. Okay, great. 4-0 or 9-0 in total with this deck. Crushing it here with this Bant Snow deck. My goodness. I didn't expect such a great performance. I guess I only really fear Dredge and the Mono Red Blitz deck or Swift Spear deck. It's really nice how this deck interacts with the Mystic Sanctuary. Put a card on top, you have these Astrolabes, the Ops, the Ice-Fang, the Teferi, the Fairy, Brainstorm to draw into the stuff, kind of the Archmage charm. You draw so many cards during the game. You see a lot of your deck, makes it really consistent. Again, perfect mana here. Hopefully Supreme Verdict and Force is good. Well, if this is an Astrolabe mirror, it could be an Urza deck, actually. With Astrolabe, you are really resilient against Blood Moon stuff. If it's a control mirror, these 2 cards are kind of bad. Or Astrolabes, sure, good card. The Sanctuary could be a mirror. Could be a mirror. Well, Drawing the pass then is really awkward. Inquisition. So it's the Aether deck. This will take the force, but yeah. Awkward hand against Urza. But he's missing a land drop, and yeah, well, we are drawing all the path of exile in the world. Or path to exile. Here comes the land drop, so next turn he can have Urza, I guess. Well, yes, so he can't counter this with Drawn in the Lock, so since I have not a lot going on here, could be a Metallic Rebuke, could be something else. Archmage Charm, yeah, can't prevent this. Here comes the Urza. Then we Supreme Verdict it. Then we don't have a way to cast the Force, unfortunately. Drawing 3 paths to exile is really awkward. Now he has Archmage Charm with the Mystic Sanctuary. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I can only hope he has also drawn 3 Fatal Pushes or something. Now we can Archmage Charm with Drawn in the Lock. Yep. Yep. Shipping the turn back. You can have one of these paths. Doesn't feel great, but what can you do? Keeps the board somewhat clean for a Jace or something, but he probably has so many counter spells. Kind of screwed with these paths to exile in hand. That's not good. Here comes another Sanctuary. This is the third. Another Archmage Charm, probably with Cryptic now. Come on, pick it. Yes. Okay. How do we get out of this? I'm not sure. Need more counter spells, but we don't get time here. Yep, and we draw only lands and path, really? Here it comes, probably with Cryptic. Bounce this, put it back into play, and we are kind of dead. Yeah, got it. So, out with this shit. Mystical Dispute, Dovin's Veto, Whale of Summer, and Ashiok. Teferi is still great. Supreme Verdict can be okay. Two Path is fine. Not a fan of Mana Leak. Only really need 2 Force. I guess 2 Uros are okay. Spell Snare can only catch... it can dredge Drown in the lock and the Foundry, so I guess it's okay. You can cut a little bit around the edges. Maybe like this. Okay. Well, let's hope to find another land drop with this. Hopefully a fetch land for Temple Garden, that would be ideal. Or an Astrolabe even. No, it has to be a fetch land. Nope, no luck. Now we probably die. Can take either of those 4 cards. Yep, makes sense. Fetch land. Shit. You put an island on bottom to draw the other island. Awkward. Still hoping for that fetch land to drop Teferi next turn. What are you doing, opponent? It's your upkeep. Huh. Sometimes you get really punished by your mana base, I guess. Without a single fetch land, now he has the Archmage Shroud up again. Drawing nothing here. Now he plays Urza, we can't do anything. Wants this just in the graveyard for Mystic Sanctuary, probably. He's also missing a land drop. Well, could try to Teferi now, but I don't think it will resolve. So we try Ice-Fang Coatl end of turn. Trying to hit another blue source. Let's get the Temple Garden. Stop this. Could be a Pithing Needle or something. Here comes the Urza. Yup. White Source, Supreme Verdict. Huh. Awkward. Really awkward. If we bounce the Construct, he has the Urza still on the battlefield, which could gain a card, but maybe that is not the end of the world. Then Jace can hopefully draw another card next turn. Hopefully he doesn't have a Pithing Needle or something. Or you have Musical Dispute in hand, yeah. Why wouldn't you, right? Why wouldn't you? I hate this. If this fetch land was a few turns earlier, I think we would have been in the driver's seat, but this time the mana bias kind of screwed us over. Yes. Maybe we are not yet dead. He has again Cryptic Mana up, notably here. Still looking for a white source. Found it. Well, he can Cryptic his Urza to save it, of course, but what should I do here? Bounce this draw, right? Yep. Easy. Or just drawing more cards, sure. He is far ahead now. We only have really the mana advantage, but yeah. If we can't resolve a spell, that doesn't matter. So he can have more Archmage Charm now. Need a counter spell here. Yep, need a counter spell here. That's not the counter spell we want. Can do nothing. Let's hope to rip counter spell. Cryptic maybe. Nope. So Thought the Foundry probably dead now. And again he has Cryptic up. Counter. Yep. No, it's not a lot we can do. Supreme Verdict or Deprive. I think if we can keep this Teferi, that's good. He can redraw the Urza next turn maybe. So let's keep the Supreme Verdict. Trying to protect this Teferi. If he has a removal for the Ice-Fang, that won't be good. Can cash in the Astrolabe for a Sculptor. God, why? God! Again, now we are in the dust. Feels like shit. Next turn he has the Urza. Well, okay, I guess not. Here comes the Weir. Sure. Play an Astrolabe, draw it, go into the combo, we are dead. Yup. Now, how to get out of this? That is the question. No, that's not it. Well, our mana base wrecked us in the last match, unfortunately, so we are only 9-1. I mean, you could cut one basic island for another fetch land, but then you have less Field of Ruin targets. I mean, we had the opt to put the other island on bottom. We still had the Astrolabes to hit the mana source we needed to get the Dovin's Veto going, and then he can't get into the game as easily. We would have found earlier spots to drop the Teferi, but yeah, this way we can't do that. He discarded the Ashiok, so we couldn't keep his Mystic Sanctuary from going off. Couldn't prevent his Weir of Inventions this way, and yeah, that lost us the game in the end. But I still think that the matchup is not horrendous. I mean, we have drawn 4 Path to Exile and 1 Supreme Verdict in game 1, which are the most useless cards. I guess Supreme Verdict was okay, but you don't really want to draw 4 Path to Exile, that's for sure. Yeah, but well, I guess sometimes that happens. We had some good games against the other stuff that's going on in the meta, and the deck is still powerful. That, yeah, I mean, 9-1 in 2 leagues is pretty neat. I'm not sure if you want to improve the Urza matchup that Stony Silence is a solution. He has still Cryptic Commands and stuff. We never saw Whale of Summer. Missed the Mystical Dispute. We have a lot of ways to fight this, but need our better side of the deck. I mean, I think last league we have won against this, so yeah, maybe it's even. So 50-50 is okay. Anyways, I hope to do better in the next league, and I hope that you still enjoyed it, even though I probably screwed up the first Junt game, where I kept a 5-land hand, and maybe some other lines. Of course, our opponent also played well in the last match, so didn't think he made any mistakes. Played it pretty well, so yeah, credits to him too. Yeah, I think I will just rerun it soon again. I want to try out the plain blue-white Stoneforge Mystic deck, see how that feels, but besides that, I think that is a pretty good control deck in the meta. Green gives this deck really a lot with Uro, Ice-Fang Coatl, and Whale of Summer. Coatl kind of also improves the human matchup, I guess. Yeah. Like the Force of Negation, you have a lot of card advantage to make up for the loss of the extra card. You have a lot of blue cards to pitch to Force. Mainly only 8 that don't. And yeah. I like this grind top end with the occasional Uro. I'm not sure if you really need 3. I guess against the burn matchup you want to find always 1, so that you can get it back from your graveyard, and that is your long game plan, so to say. But besides burn, I don't think you have that much time against prowess, and prowess resolves more about cheap spot removal. But they are nice against Junt, that's for sure. And if you cut 1 down here, could maybe put 1 Ashiok here just as a meta call and a way to deal with graveyard stuff. And then maybe can use a sideboard slot for something else, but there was not really a matchup where I was thinking, man, I need to cut more stuff from my main deck there was sometimes even too much stuff in my sideboard to consider to bring in, so that's that. Not sure if you really need the Veto. It was okay against the Urza deck, but this could be something else too. Also not sure that you want 2 Disdainful Strokes actually. Maybe the Aether Gust is better overall, because it also protects your Ashiok from creatures on the board and stuff. And with Ashiok in play, you don't fear the Titan that much. Not sure about Mystical Dispute either. I think we never really brought it in, and when we had it, the opponent could pay all the mana in the world, so I guess these 3, I would say, are still kind of flexible. I like every other card here. I wouldn't change these 12 cards, so these 3 could be anything. Not sure if you actually want to improve Burn a little bit more, or the Prowess deck. I mean, these are nice if we face a mirror or a blue-red deck or something like that. Not sure. So yeah, anyways, I think that's all for today. Hopefully see you next time too, and till next time, bye bye.